All right, Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, first and foremost, we have to give all the praises, honor, and glory unto the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Hashem
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh.
Yahushai,
Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Kadash. Double honors and respect to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and taught us His truth. Much love, peace, and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect and the 1/3. This is your brother Salah.
Brother Barak.
Brother Salah.
What's up?
All right, Shalom. Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father, which in the Paleo Hebrew, His name means He is, He exists, who the world ignorantly calls God, and His only begotten Son's name, who the world ignorantly calls JC. His real name is Yahweh Shai in the Paleo Hebrew, which means He saves, He delivers, right? And He's only here to deliver the children of Israel, namely the elect of the children of Israel, right? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and you speckled-bird Israelites that look like the other nations, but your seed line/sperm line go back under Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right. Today's video topic is, the nuclear tensions rise, man. So right here, this is on Fox News, but nuclear tensions rise, man. World War III is revving up, man. Right? There's no turning back. Haig sent the order or allowing these Slovakia, allowing the National Guard troops, right, giving them permission to carry firearms, right. So now they're allowed to openly carry firearms in D.C. And you best believe as the brother said, man, it's not just gonna be D.C. It's gonna be in every major city, man. They're mainly here to target you, Jakes, man. You so-called you so-called blacks, right? The Southern Kingdom, right? Because the Northern Kingdom, right, and they're also gonna target the Northern Kingdom as well. But like the Northern Kingdom, they already had their taste for being held in detention centers with ICE, right. But now Esau, this damn devil, right? He's getting ready to come to your Southern Kingdom as well, right? And there's a saying, in Great Millstone, from what I've heard from Elder Malcolm, he said that the Northern Kingdom gets it first, but the Southern Kingdom gets the worst. And you best believe, right? When this devil is about to come down, he's gonna come down hard on you, Jace, right? He's also gonna come down on Esau too, man, because because this video right here, it shows an Edomite boy, right? I'll flash his face real quick. Yeah. This kid right here, he was held in ICE custody for over 72 hours, right? So Esau's not even gonna have pity on his own people, right? And not too long ago, you had that Edomite chick, or that so-called white-looking chick, blonde hair, blue-eyed chick, got shot, attacked, got killed by ICE, man. So it's about to be civil war. It's about to be civil war here in Babylon the Great, aka America, and World War III, happening everywhere else, man. Like no one is gonna escape Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's judgment. There's gonna be no fucking rapture away from this tribulation. Everyone's got to go through it, right? But the only people that are gonna make it out through the straight gate, right? Right, is gonna be of the elect, right? And Lord willing, we be of that remnant, right? So we're going to open up with the book of Revelation, chapter 11, starting at verse 14. The second woe was past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And the seventh angel sounded, and there were great voices in heaven, saying, the kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord and his Hamashiach, and he shall reign forever and ever, right? Right. So basically, what this means is, right, these kingdoms, right, they're getting ready to be taken, right? Right, as the scripture says, the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever and ever, right? Right. As it says, I believe that was the book of Daniel. Let me get that so I don't butcher it. Yeah, Khan. It was in the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 18, right? Right. So once Yahweh Shai beams up the elect, right, after the nukes get launched, and after the MOTB gets mandated worldwide, man, the elect, man, the 144,000, starting with King David the 12, and the rest of the elect, man, the 144,000. We got to declare war on these nations, right? And these nations aren't gonna have no choice but to try to fight us, man. And once that happens, right, we're gonna forcefully take take all these nations' authority, their sovereignty away, and they're going to be underneath the underneath the the supreme rule of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. Through the holy scriptures, man. Man, no, only the nation of Yahshua Allah, man, is gonna stand, right. And these other nations, they could have no choice but to submit, man. And once the elect get delivered from this hellhole. All right, verse 16, and the 420 elders which sat before Yahweh on their seats fell upon their faces and worshiped Yahweh, saying, we give thee thanks, O Lord Yahweh Almighty, which art and was and art to come, because thou hast taken to thee thy great power and hast reigned. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroyed the earth. And that's what's about to happen to Esau, man. And real soon, once World War III kicks off, man. The word. Oh, and one thing I like to say, right? In the GMS DC camp, the word of the week was what? Mad, mutually assured destruction, and that's what's getting ready to take place soon, man. And to end off, right? And end off this the opening verse, and the temple of Yahweh was opened in heaven, and there was seen in his temple the ark of his testament, and there were lightnings, voices, and thunderings, earthquakes, and great hail, right? And that ultimate great hail, right, is going to be them ICBM thermonuclear missiles, right? So before we play this video, I'm going to stream so your brothers can see. So before we play this video, we're going to get the copyright disclaimer. All right, this copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use, for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So with that out of the way, we're going to play the first video.
Tensions are high in the Middle East as the White House insists all options remain on the table for Iran after the U.S. elected not to strike again last night. But it comes as reports suggest Iran's new supreme leader is more interested in building a nuclear weapon than his late father.
Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Yinks is in Tel Aviv with the latest. Trey?
Yeah, hey guys, good morning. The United States has stopped hitting Iran for the moment after 13 straight nights of strikes that ended late last week. Reports do indicate there are diplomatic efforts underway to get the United States and Iran back to an agreement. And we do know this as President Trump indicated on Friday, he believes Iran still wants to make a deal.
And every once in a while, they're going to set some things up, but they don't have much left. And by the way, they are talking to us right now. They'd love to make a deal. I don't think they're ready to. I don't think it's time yet, but I'm willing to listen. But they cannot have a nuclear weapon.
While diplomatic efforts unfold with Iran, the Iran-backed Houthis in Yemen are once again in direct conflict with Saudi Arabia after attacking 2 Saudi-owned oil tankers last week. The Saudis responded with heavy airstrikes against the Yemen-based proxy group. The Houthis then ramped up attacks on Saudi oil refineries, launching new missiles over the weekend. Days ago, President Trump issued a warning to the Houthis, saying that if attacks on vessels in the Red Sea continue, that both the Houthis and Iran would pay a military price. Despite this, the Houthis are still threatening the Bab al-Mandab Strait, saying that a blockade on Saudi vessels remains in effect. We're also tracking another interesting development involving Ukraine. According to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, Ukrainian forces struck Iranian vessels that were carrying military cargo between Russia and Iran in the Caspian Sea, an expanding front in this war. Countries across the region do remain on alert today, including Israel. The Israelis held a cabinet meeting this morning, and there are questions about what the days ahead will bring. Guys?
Thank you, Trey.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all.
Slock, yeah, I didn't mean to click that. All right, and this basically takes us to Joel chapter 3, verse 2. We're going to start at verse 1. For behold, in those days And at that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations, and I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh, and I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered amongst the nations and parted my land. Right. So, and if you look at that word plead, right, it goes into the Hebrew word shapat, meaning what? To judge. Yahweh Bashim Shai. He's gonna judge these nations there, right? In the Levant, the so-called Middle East, right? Right. And if you go to the Strong's, if you take a word that word parted, right? Let's see what that word is.
Strong's H2505. Chalak. Chalak.
Halak, right? And that means to divide, assign, distribute, and wasn't the Holy Land distributed, to these damn Amalekites after the Balfour, after World War II with the Balfour Declaration, right? Amongst who, the tiny tops, the ops and the Palestinians, right? Them Ishmaelites and those Amalekites over there. Which side note, right? Amalek's getting ready to getting ready to accuse everyone else for being Amalek when he's Amalek, right? And, right, he's gonna he's about to accuse everyone of being anti-Sem or anti-Shield, right? While he himself is Amalek, man, and this goes to show you, man, that Esau's running out of options too, because why? Who can resist the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man? And this man knows he's at the end of his kingdom, man. He's at the end of his reign. So he's getting ready. He's getting ready to accuse you, Jakes, man. And
I was just lucky. Kind of bring out a precept real quick,
go ahead, Ak.
if I may. Yeah, Jeremiah. Jeremiah. This is the book of Jeremiah. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Jeremiah 50 verse 45. It says, "Therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord, that he had taken against Babylon, and his purposes, and he that hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out, and surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them." Right, that least of the flock is speaking about, when you were just speaking about Amalek, right? These tiny tops, right? They're going to basically cause the U.S. military, right? Because they work together. They're going to cause the U.S. military to basically go into that land, the so-called Middle East, right, Levant, and get fucking slaughtered, right? And it's all part of prophecy, So when you see for example, when you see Iran, Israel, and Ukraine and whatever, right? All these, they're all working with Amalek, right, to bring that, especially with American Babylon the Great, right? They're all working with Amalek, man. A lot of people are gonna be sent to get slaughtered, right?
They're gonna get sent to that that gulag, which the gulag now is gonna be what, man? The so-called Middle East, the Levant, right? And as Caesar Nero said, man, they're not gonna stop until the Messiah comes. Roughly. Roughly paraphrasing to what this damn double Nero 47 said, man. So the Lord basically put on His spirit, to keep fighting until the Messiah comes back, man. And that's how we know we at the end of this man's reign.
I got one more precept, Joel 2 verses Joel 2 and 20. It says, but I will remove, Joel 2 and 20. But I will remove far off from you the northern army, and will drive him into a land barren and desolate, with his face toward the east sea, and his hinder part toward the utmost sea. And his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he had done great things. Right, that northern army, what is speaking about the North American army, right? The U.S. military, right? They're about to be involved in serious fucking judgments. Okay, that's just putting it lightly, bro. You see the spirit of some of these people. Like, I even know a mutual person, bro. a couple of like women, bro, are signing up to the fucking military. Yeah, is that this fucking insane, bro? Like, you got couples signing up for the military now. You got fucking people what they watch that movie. What's that called? Saving Private Ryan, whatever you call it. And the next thing you know, they're signing up to the military. Yeah, but they're gonna get fucking slaughtered. These people.
And that's ultimately going to be their judgment, man. To face the Lord and His armies Himself if they don't die there, man. And again, man, that's one of the fearful things of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, man. Man, to see the Lord Himself and His elect, raining down on you. Let's get that real quick before we play the next video. Second Ezra chapter 13 verse 8, right, and these are for them, for those motherfuckers, right, that they get drafted to Levant or willingly join this this third war to go fight, right. And the ones that make it long enough to see Yahweh Shai, man, this is what's gonna happen. Second Ezra chapter 13 verse 8, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, yet durst fight, man. So they're gonna see the Messiah and the elect, right? Come down, right on them. They see the fathership in the background, right, blocking out all light. Like, but the only thing glowing is going to be probably the center of the chariot, right, and as well as the elect, man, because the elect are going to be literally shining as well as Yahweh Shai once they come down, man.
The fathership's like the size of the whole earth.
Much larger than the earth,
Yeah.
man. And big enough to block out the entire sun, man. So it's pretty much game over for these fucking devils and heathens, man, and 2/3 that that want to join hand in hand with this devil and the rest of these heathens, man. Right. The next clip we're gonna play is BB Netty right here. He's getting ready to accuse people, right? And we know what this is mainly targeted for the elect, right? The ones preaching the truth, right? The ones being that thorn to their sides, because why, man? Prophecy is being smacked in their face right now, right? And it's being made manifest because why, man? The Lord, the word of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Al Shai is not going out void, man. It is accomplishing what it's set out to do. Right, so I'm gonna play this video right now.
Minister of Israel just dropped a massive bombshell on the mayor of New York City. Look.
He's fomenting hate. He's supposed to be the mayor of all New Yorkers. Jews, Christians, Muslims, everyone. But he's trying to turn one group against the other, and he's foisting hate and fear. I speak to Jewish Americans in New York, and they're afraid right now. And I don't think it's accidental that after he made this hate speech against Israel and against me, the next day, a Jew is stabbed coming out of a synagogue. I think, and with a cry of Allah is Akbar, Allah Akbar. And you know what that means. So I think that it's shameful. This thing is very bad for New York. I think it's very bad for peace. But the answer to your question, I intend to come and speak the truth, speak for Israel and for the Israeli-American alliance from the podium of the United Nations.
Now here's what the mayor of New York City is trying to expose that no one is talking about, and it's the map that shows you all the AI data centers that are owned by Israel in the United States. When you start to deep dive into the leaks that expose Israel and Trump's true plans, it all starts to make sense because look, Trump and his family are being used by Israel to run a full-scale corrupt data center takeover in the United States. They will start it off by passing Section 219 to merge the Pentagon and Israel's intelligence. And they even tell you the exact company that the United States and Israel are using. Look, Trump and his family are working with Israel to build a monopoly on all of AI in America using XST. Now, if you actually dive even deeper and go to the company's website that was mentioned in the leak, you can see a 3D model that shows you all the AI data centers in America that is owned by Israel and the United States. And what people don't realize, they can actually
Yo, are you
invest
there?
into the same company that the
Yeah,
United
are you
States
there?
and
Hold on.
Israel are
Yeah.
using to monopolize all AI data centers in America. And as you can see, the price right now is less than a penny. So if this goes to $100 before the end of the year, you can make millions. If I were to buy $1,000 of excess,
I would pause it right there.
So
'Cause you don't want
Slocky about that.
Yeah. I was gonna just tell you that you
Yeah.
don't you want these people to promote their trash, but yeah, man.
Yeah, and basically to sum all this up, right? Let's get this precept right here. Frameth mischief by law. Yeah, this takes us to the book of Psalms. Chapter 49, verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law? And that's exactly what this devil is doing, right? You saw how BB Nutty and Caesar Nero 47, right, is trying to deflect the problem, right? The accusation of people exposing this devil, saying, hey, we just noticed that all these data centers are being monopolized by those little hats. Right, but what's Nettie doing? He's saying, "Oh, but look, do you see how the Jewish people is being attacked by the Muslims? And if anyone's against us, they're basically." You see how he's framing it, right? They're basically trying because the truth is exposed to these damn devils, right? What they're about to pull is they're about to pull that anti-shield card, right? That anti-semantics bull crap, right? And with that, right, that takes us to that takes us to the book of Slovakia. Oh shit! I thought I had that precept pulled out. Yeah. Colin, I have it right here. Slocky. Yeah, right. Yeah. So right here, right. Yeah, this takes us to the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 18, right. But the saints of the Most. No, not. No. Slocky. I meant the book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 21, right. Right. What they're getting ready to do, right, is starting at verse 21, that make a man an offender for the word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught, right? So because the truth's coming out, because these devils are getting exposed, right? Because now they realize, oh wait a minute, the little hats that's in the land of I actually owns all the data centers. Right, and now they're getting ready to what? They're getting ready to push the the microchip, the RFID, which is tied to the MOTB, and now Israel's like, oh no, they found us out, right? Like, oh, everyone's anti-Semitic, right? And now guess what they're getting ready to do, right? They're getting ready to ban the scriptures and anything that they, in the court of law, how they say anything that you say will be used against you. That's what these damn devils are getting ready to do, man. They're getting ready to track down your search history, what you like, what you saved, what you commented, your private conversations, your private messages, anything that speaks against the little hats, man. They're getting ready to accuse you, man. Send their IDF soldiers. They're now stationed here in America. Because they merged the IDF and the American military. These devils are getting ready to come down with great wrath, right? This takes us directly to Revelation 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe, meaning destruction into the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he hath but a short time. He's been exposed, right? Shameful spewings on him, and now, pertaining to the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3, if I'm not mistaken, and now, now this devil's getting ready to come after everyone through what by framing mischief by law, right? And through crap, and through KJVs, through policy. Daniel chapter 20, Daniel chapter 8 verse 25, right? Esau's getting ready to use policy, and frame his mischief by law to come, to come down on you, to come down on you, Jakes. Mainly, he's here to come after the elect, but he's gonna come after anyone, including his own goddamn people, right? That speak out against him, right? Daniel chapter 8 verse 25, and through his policy, he also, through his policy. Also, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. He shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. Right? Yahweh Shai, the elect, man, Lord, when we are part of that, are getting ready to destroy this fucking devil, man. Once he does that, once he makes this chip mandatory, because all roads lead to that hour of temptation, the RFID microchip, man.
Also, I don't know if you wanted to play this video. You don't have to if you don't want to, but they're getting used to that. Speaking of the data centers and things of that nature, they're also getting used to this different type of face scanning technology. Right? This video basically.
I have it right here. I can play it right now, Walk, if you want me to.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Play this video.
Come on.
Lord willing, I'll make a separate video on this one, but just to show it, because this is a trend that they have right now, basically. This is, dude, they're getting used to this stuff, bro. They're making jokes out of it, so when it actually happens, man, they're not gonna question. They're not gonna fucking have you question it, bro. Yeah, you gonna play the clip, or you want me to play it?
No, I'm playing it right now, Slock here.
I can't see it, bro. You're on different screen.
No, I can't screen share it because it's on Discord.
Yeah, let me play it then.
All right, go ahead.
I'll do it this way. I'll copy media link and open it. Yeah, okay, there we go. Here you go. You guys see my screen?
Yeah, go ahead, play it.
Yeah. See right here, Sherlock search.
Okay, so we got an Instagram. Let's see what he be doing. Singer, songwriter. Okay, hey, it's dope.
You took me to the stars of heaven, and then you threw me in party.
I love this guy's energy. Was he a singer, songwriter? Oh yeah, let's go make his day. Excuse me, sir. Is your name Gino? I follow you on Instagram. I just want to say I love your work.
Oh, really?
Your energy is amazing. Your music. You're
Thank
nice.
you so much. God bless you.
Yes, man. God bless you,
I
man.
wish you would. Let me look you up, man. I'm in the music industry for over 40 years, man.
For real?
Yeah. Got 2 albums to my credits.
Yeah.
Working on 5 more right now. Hey, again.
Yeah, enough of that folly, man. But basically, yeah, they're getting you used to this technology, bro. They're making jokes out of it, right? Real quick, I have a precept. This book of Revelation 11, no, it's not Revelation 11, Revelation 13 and 15, it says, "And he had the power to give life unto the image of the beast, and that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed." Right, that giving life to the image of the beast, that's speaking about technology, right? Right, and then right after it goes into what the mark of the beast, right? All these things, they're gonna tie into each other. So when you're what do you think they're gonna do, man? They're gonna have that face scanning technology. They're gonna be able to see who you are if you take that chip, if you didn't take that chip. Yeah. Right now they're just making jokes out of it, but this is called this is basically your revealing of the method, right? Basically when these devils, bro, when they use that revelation of the method technique to how do I say it? Basically show you things early on, and then they actually implement them into society. You want to go into that, brother? Revelation 13,
Go
16.
go into it, Doc.
Yeah, Revelation 13:16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Right? So a mark, or the charagma, which is an embedded or imprinted stamp, right? AKA that chip that's going to be inside the body, right? It's verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number or the number of his name. Here's wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is a number of a man, and his number is 666, right? 666.
Kai Sai
And
Stigma.
yeah,
666.
yeah. But like the video we played earlier, right? That's also gonna tie into that chip, this type of technology, because bro, they have it, man. Yeah, they have this. They have the data centers. They have the flock cameras. Yeah, they're getting everything they need basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're trying to create that, what's it called, technocracy. Yeah.
Yeah. You see how this devil wants to be like the most high, right? By having all this AI and stuff. Really, what again, man? What it is like they're trying to use this technology to identify who the prophets are, right? Right. But we know that regardless of what fucking technology Esau has, right? The elect, man, they're gonna be protected in those times. Will some of us get cast into prisons and die, and die for this truth's sake? Yes, man. Some of us are gonna be made martyrs, but right, but ultimately, right? Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man, is gonna defend his elect, man, because what the scripture says, man, and we'll close out on here. Yeah, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them, and that dwell upon the earth. So everyone is going to get tried on the face of the planet, right? You cannot escape judgment, right? Right, but only the elect. And again, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Watazah, man. Man, we'd be part of that number. Are the only ones that they're going to escape this judgment, right? Some of us are going to be made martyrs, right? But the ones that are made martyrs, they're going to be the first ones to get risen up with Hamashiach, man, with Yahweh Shai. Right, and the rest, man, the Lord, he's going to give some of us spiritual powers. He's going to send Michael Allah to protect us, man, and that's only going to be that faithful remnant, right? The elect. While everyone else, man. Yeah, man, their ass is grass, pretty much. They're toast. They gotta go through that with no covering or protection from the Lord. 2/3, and of course, fuck these heathens and especially these fucking devils, man. They get all hell, man. So with that, this pretty much concludes this lesson. I don't know if you have anything else you want to add, Doc.
That's it.
All right. So with that, we're gonna end off this lesson right here. Hope this lesson's been edifying, uplifting, and exhorting. To you, sincere Akim and Akwath. And with that, we'd like to say, Kal Halayim La, Abanawa, Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Shai, Ba'ashim, Kakadash. Double honors and respect to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and taught us his truth. Much love, peace, and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect of 1/3, Israel Brother Salah.
Brother Barak.
And with that, we'd like to say, Shalom.
Abad Babal.
Kwam Yasharwala and Abad Babal, man. We got next, Lord willing, Shalom.